Have you ever been in that state just before falling asleep? Half awake, half dreaming. Your thoughts start drifting somewhere strange, and then you wake up. You try to remember what you were thinking about, but it disappears instantly. Not like forgetting a normal thought, more like it was never meant to be remembered at all. And the little you do remember feels impossible to describe. Dreams don't just distort memory, they rewrite it. Sometimes we remember people, places, and entire lives that never existed, and yet, while dreaming, those memories feel completely natural. I already talked about this in my first video, but I once dreamed about a girl writing to me. I remember clearly seeing her name. I woke up right at that moment, and the name stayed with me for a few seconds after opening my eyes. It felt exactly like your name, as if the dream was trying to leave a trace behind, a memory that didn't belong to this world, as I forgot completely the name just when I opened my eyes. That experience made me realize something important. Memory in dreams doesn't work the same as memory does when we are awake. In dreams, we often remember things that never happened, entire histories, entire identities, and people and places. I once dreamed I lived inside a huge castle, a dark complex of sprawling, endless corridors, rooms, and multiple levels. At first, it felt like a school, but as the dream went on, it became clear that I lived here. It was full of people, some cold and robotic, others familiar but unrecognizable in the memory. The building itself was dangerous. Some floors collapsed, strange entities wandered, but I didn't feel fear. It felt strangely like home. Eventually, I reached my room, small, old, with cracked walls, a single bed, a desk, traces of my own writings, like remnants of a study or some strange academy. I locked the door with multiple bolts, but sensed someone outside. A fairy appeared, a middle-aged kind woman fairy. She had a name written on her clothes, someone from the dream itself. It was something like a teacher for me, and she had known this man, so she came to meet me. Later, I discovered a small broken hatch in my room leading to the next room, and then I saw a purple spectral sphere entering the other room. The fairy didn't see it. I realized it was something only I could perceive. I felt drawn to it, as if that presence called me. I chased the spectral trail through dark corridors, moving almost like an animal, because I wasn't myself in that dream, and I collided with a massive spectral crocodile, and merged with it, absorbing its power. There was a broadcast across the complex. Alert soldiers generals, a death hath happened. I was holding a small crocodile body in my arms, crying. That crocodile, she was dead, and I knew somehow this being had been somewhere I cared about. What disturbs me about dreams like this is not the imagery, it's the memory. In that dream, I remembered years of living there, relationships, roles, and emotions, but none of it ever happened. So where did those memories come from? Scientifically, dreams involve memory systems like the hippocampus, but the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logic and identity, is much less active. That's why dreams sometimes can create convincing memories without us questioning them. But that explanation feels quite incomplete for me, honestly, because in dreams, your identity can change, your personality shifts, your memories belong to someone else, and yet they feel like yours too. Dreams don't just show you images, they give you a real past. And when you wake up, that past vanishes, leaving behind emotional residue. A sense of loss sometimes. I have even felt sad. A sense of power, nostalgia for a life we've never lived. So the question isn't just why do we forget dreams? The real question is how can the mind generate memories that feel lived, meaningful, and coherent without them ever happening? And what does that say about who we really are? So tell me in the comments, have you ever remembered a whole life in dreams? A place you lived in, or maybe some city you know but it doesn't really exist? A role you had, a name that stayed with you after waking up? Because once you question memory in dreams, you start questioning your whole identity.